This screencast is going to look at marks and comments in a grade 3-4 split class. So I've logged into BCeSIS, and just a couple reminders: when you're using ESIS, please make sure to save whenever possible, and if you have to leave your station, use the lock function to keep your data secure. So I'm in Teacher Assistant, and I'm going to click on Mark Entry. I'm going to pick by class, entry by class, and click OK. I'm going to select the class I want to do my marks for, which you can do just clicking on the select button. And into the elementary mark entry by class window, it's really important that you start from left to right and from top down. So you need to set your reporting term. This will depend on your school, so please check with your school admin or your secretary as to which reporting term you're working in. If you were to put the report comments in the wrong term, they will not show up on the report cards for that current term, so make sure you have this right at all times. I'm going to pick the first reporting period for this example. From here, I'm going to move over left to right, and I'm going to pick my grade 3 class, and I'm going to pick English Language Arts K-7. Now, I can't actually enter a mark for English Language Arts K-7, but I can enter a mark and a comment for reading. So all of the ones that have an asterisk beside it are ones you can enter marks and comments for. So right now, I would be entering a reading mark and comment for grade 3 in the first reporting term. There won't be anything in the previous column because we haven't entered any marks previously. If there is anything in there, it's because we've entered it in a previous reporting period. The mark here is going to depend on what grade you're in. In grade 3 right now, I can click down on this button now at the bottom, Performance Effort Levels, and it explains to me what I'm allowed to use. And these are as per the ministry order on reporting. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I can enter marks of 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if you happen to make a mistake while you're typing them in, it will tell you that there's a problem. It says this one says invalid mark, and it highlights where it thinks the problem is. And so 44, no, that's supposed to be a 4. And then you can continue on. Okay. My practice is once I've entered my marks, I hit the save button, the floppy disk, just to make sure I keep saving. And now for the comments, you would click on your student you want to enter the comment for and click the edit button. And this is exactly the same for all the different grades. And the From Curriculum tab will be filled in at some point in time, and we expect this to be IRP comments. It may not be filled in right away in the pilot. We're not too sure yet. That depends on some things that need to be done for the ministry level. My comments are the ones that you have made, and I've created a short video in this series that shows you how to make your comments. And then the school comments will be made at the school level. There's nothing in there right now because this is my test environment. So from here in my comments, I can pick the comment and hit copy, and it gets added down here to the collected descriptions. So I can pick all of my different comments that I've created and add them down here. You could also copy and paste from Word or TextEdit or some sort of other text program and paste it into the collected descriptions down here. You can also type your comments. One limitation of BCeSIS is even though it has a button that says spell check, it doesn't actually do anything. It just highlights everything for some reason at the moment. Hopefully that functionality will be added later. So one suggestion that a lot of people have taken up is write their comment into Word. They do a spell and grammar check there, and then they can copy and paste the whole comment into collected descriptions. If you've carefully spelled and grammar checked your My comments as well as the school comments, which hopefully will be done, you could just copy from My comments and school comments. Now, very important last step here is you do not want to close the door on this form. So don't close that door. You need to transfer this comment over to the reporting area first. So transfer this, and that will actually close the door for you after it has transferred the comment. So I can click on edit again, and it brings up that same comment for that student. So always hit transfer from that window. You would repeat this process for all of your students, entering the comments, and hit transfer. Now, I spent a lot of time on my comments, so after each one of these, I would suggest hitting the save button. Now, if I wanted to switch to a different grade, make sure you hit save before you try to switch, because otherwise it'll ask you, do you want to save? And now I'm going to click on grade 4. And you notice all my students disappeared, and the grade 4 students will appear when I click on one of the organizers. And now I can put in a mark. But if I try to put in 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's going to say invalid mark, because for grade 4, the performance effort levels indicate that it should be a letter grade, as per the ministerial order on reports. So I can be putting in letter grades here for my grade 4 students. I'm using the down arrow to enter the marks, to go up and down. If you use tab, it moves you to the right. So if you're just doing your marks, I put in my letter and then move down using the down arrow. And then comments is going to be exactly the same kind of process. You still have the same My Comments, your school comments, and curriculum. Hopefully we'll have something in there later on in the production sites. So enter your comments, whatever they happen to be, and make sure you hit transfer when you're done. That'll enter your comment in there. Hit save, and when you're finished all of your comments and have gone through all of your different marks, you need to check off mark entry complete for class down at the bottom. Hit save, and make sure you do that for both of your classes, and it's in there for both of them. So that's nice. So it's a single checkbox to say I have finished all of my mark entry report cards. Save before you close the door, and that should take you back to the front end. So that is a demonstration of how to do marks and comments in a intermediate primary split class.